All right, y'all. Welcome to the first broadcast or recording of Hidden Gems. This is my first interview. I got Keith Richards on here. Definitely one of the local hidden gems. Not necessarily hidden to a lot of our local scouts and whatnot, but definitely not as talked about as I feel and others feel he should be. Keith has been playing with Urban DFW for a multitude of years now, middle school and going into high school, with the exception of one season. And the thing about him that caught my eye is I'm a defensive guy, and first thing I saw for the past couple of years is how strong he plays on defense and whatnot. So it caught my eye, and especially at this last Who Wants to Smoke tournament, after the display that you put on against Isaiah Collier and those, I made it known that, I was surprised that there wasn't more mention of you running through the Twitter streams. But, let me go ahead and introduce Keith. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, Coach?
Not much, not much, man. Like I said, I know you've been somewhat hidden. People mention your name and they talk about you, and but not as much as others, which is not necessarily a knock, but at the same time unfortunate.
Yeah.
Going into this, I always want to know, how do you feel? How do you feel about the lack of notoriety of your name being out there in some of the Twitter feeds, Instagram, and amongst scouts and coaches?
I feel like to be honest, I just use it as motivation to keep me going, and it honestly keeps me humble because I feel like some people, when they get too much success or too much of it, they get big headed. So I kind of like being an underdog and where I'm at right
Gotcha. So it kind of ignites the fire up under you, huh?
now. Yes, sir.
All right, yes, and that fire is definitely shown on the defensive end, man. Like I said, one of the main areas where you impressed me and caught my attention for the past couple of years has been on defensive end. The energy that you show, the tenacity that you show, and getting after anyone who's in front of you. You know, playing tough at times. Some would say rough, but me being an '80s baby, hey, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That was just outside playground defense, contact. But tell me. I mean, what drives you on defense? Because I know it takes a lot. A lot of people don't understand that it takes a lot of energy, a lot of concentration to really play hard nosed defense and stay in your man.
hmm
So what
Um,
drives you on that end?
on the defensive end, I just like to feel um, like I don't feel like anybody that I can't guard. Like I like to go at everybody on the defensive end. I like to go at everybody on both teams, but especially on defense.
All right, all right. But and I tell you what, staying on the topic of defense, so thus far you played in about what, three, four major tournaments.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Who Wants to Smoke? And you got another one coming up, the Jazzy Hartwell Classic, which I'm looking forward to this upcoming weekend.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, out of all those tournaments, which games were most memorable? Which matchups were most memorable thus far?
The biggest one is when we played TSF and Who Wants to Smoke. I say that's the biggest. That's the most talent that I've ever played against.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, and I saw the little I saw the back and forth at one point with Isaiah Collier, you know what I'm saying? But I saw, I've watched you for a few years now defensively, and I saw another level. I mean, aside from, coming off of that injury that you had a couple of years ago, right? Coming off of that, I mean, I saw the intensity, I saw the energy, of
Mhm.
how hard you were playing him. And there were times, hey, some people may not say it, but hey, there were times when I caught him like, giving him little looks to the ref, like, come on, ref, I can't get that. And
Yeah.
it never stopped you, man. Hey, you were focused in on that man.
Yes,
And
sir.
I mean, what I mean, aside from his name and being on such a strong team, I mean, was that part of what drove you to put on such a defensive display?
Yes, sir. Well, it's definitely because I feel like everybody with a big name, they just feel like they made it. So I feel like everybody that has a big name, I have to go at them every time. Everybody.
All right, all right. And tell me, I mean, look, a lot of people will say, it comes from, definitely deep within and whatnot, but that dog mentality that you have on the court, the mentality to make a name for yourself amongst those who are already supposedly made and whatnot. Where do you get that strength, that confidence from? I mean, because it's not always just found deep in. Sometimes it's embedded from people around you. Where do you think you get that determination from?
Honestly, I feel like I get it from my coach. My coach, his name is Coach Jazz. He passed away a couple of years ago, and I feel like everything that I really do basketball is for him, especially on the defensive end, because he taught me so much before he passed away. I feel like I have to make it for him.
That's what's up, man. Those are heartfelt words, really. And I know Coach Jazz was a big reason why Urban got the name that they did some years ago when he had that. I forget who. Oh, I was on the squad, but someone was telling me about it, where they went out there and they showcased and they competed with some of the top teams, made a name, and next thing you know, Urban was a household commodity in a lot of chats outside of the state.
Yes, sir.
We've seen the names of who Ferran, uh, you know, quite a few big names come through there. Quite a few big college names come through the club. So
Yes, sir.
definitely. And I know he left it in good hands, especially with Coach Perkins.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
his daughter. I seen her getting out there. She got a good level of intensity with the ninth graders, man. Her
Yes,
and
sir.
her coaching team, and then of course, can't say enough about oh man, I don't know why I went brain dead. The
Coach
17
Lane,
coach, the 17 youth coach,
Coach Cardell.
Coach Cardell, man. I seen boy, hey, those coaches are intense on the sideline, and I can definitely understand how they definitely contribute
Mm-hmm.
to that
Yes, sir.
dog mentality, man. Well, tell me this, staying on that topic, what is it like? What is it like playing for Urban for Coach Perkins and Coach Cardell and whatnot? What is it like?
When I first got there, it was very like intense. It was the most intense environment I've ever been in. Just the practices were more intense than anything I've ever had to do. So, and it's the organization is based around defense. So we all had to play hard nosed defense, or you just not going to be there. So,
Right. That's good. That's good. All right. And I've noticed that over the past few years, especially coming off of this injury, your shot has definitely developed. I mean, your ball handling was always good, especially, ninth grade year when I first saw you and you were over there the summer after your ninth grade year when you were with Southern, all right, with that little freshman crew. Definitely caught you at that point. You were doing good. But after that injury, man, like this summer and this past school year, I've seen you've come back with a a cat out the bag. I mean, beyond dog mentality as
yes,
far as getting at people on defense and on offense, man. I mean, your shot is much better. I say that respectfully, but I see the biggest thing that I noticed about you is that in most of these early AAU tournaments that we've had this season, you have been pretty much Mr. Efficiency out there in most games, man. What how do you do that? Because
um,
a bunch of people that'll just take shots and when how do you do that?
um, I feel like I had an injury, that summer, but nobody really knows I had broke my wrist. Like
Mhm.
I had my no, I didn't break my wrist. I had to be in a cast. I broke my thumb, but my wrist was in the cast, so it was locked up. So that ninth grade summer, I was playing with Southern Assault. My shot wasn't falling as much. So I just after that summer, I just got in the gym. I'm putting up at least 300 shots a day, and just getting the movement in my wrist back right because it still locks up at times, but you just got to work it out. And keep shooting every day. That's how you gonna get better.
Okay. And who by chance is your trainer? Because I know a lot of kids go see different trainers and whatnot. But I mean, who can we say thank you for the performances that you've been putting on this summer? Who's been behind your efficiency, your ability to knock down shots, get to the hole almost at will on some people. All right.
Mhm.
Who was your trainer?
Coach Perk, my 17 youth coach, and yeah, he's my trainer. He trains me. He's like a big mentor for me as well. So yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, that's what's up. And when did you you say you came to Urban prior to high school. What was the first grade that you actually started playing for Urban?
The first year I started playing for Urban was in seventh grade. Seventh grade
Seven.
year. Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. Who was on your team back then? You remember?
Some of the same people. Kay, Douglas, Jordan. Let me see. We had a whole lot of football players that played with us back then. Like a lot of D1, like Malik Muhammad. He's a cornerback at SOC 5-star.
Okay.
Jonte Cook, he goes to DeSoto. He's a receiver.
Okay.
Tylen Reed, he plays for the Gators now, but he goes to Cedar Hill.
I know Tyler. Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, those are just a few of the guys that I remember.
Okay, okay. That's what's up. Now that you're 17, you summer after your junior year and whatnot. I mean, I see the team and everything. I love the way y'all play. What guys on the team? Not to say that you won't go to war with all of them. We know that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's the type of community, that's the type of 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 family style that y'all built over there at Urban. But who are the two? If I had to say, if you could only bring two with you to go to war with any other with a 3-on-3 group of any other team, who would you bring off your team right now? Or I say right now, but since the start of the I say, yeah, since the start of the summer, who would you take with you? Who would be the first two you would think of?
Right now, our big the cannon, definitely gonna come, and probably Cade.
Probably
Cade.
Kate. Okay. Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. You always need a shooter in your group,
Mhm.
and Kate can definitely get hot and knock down that three.
Yes,
But
sir.
I like the pick of the cannon because man, that kid he's a workhorse, boy. He's
Mhm.
undersized at times, but I tell you what, even in the midst of his being undersized, I see him figure out his strength and his size, his width, his girth
Mhm.
quite quickly in the middle of a game. And I've seen him throw some kids that are 3, 4 inches taller than him, you know what I'm saying? Throw them
Yes, sir.
around in the paint and adjust second half to start killing them. So I definitely like him. So I see why you picked those two for sure.
Yes, sir.
Tell me this, just stand here talking about Urban and whatnot. How did you not that it was a big deal or anything, but how was it hearing that Jaden Toppin, who was definitely one of your I don't want to say better players, but definitely he was very helpful down
Mhm.
low in the paint as a 1-2 punch with the cannon. How has it been hearing that he ended up choosing Trey Young?
Me hearing it was kind of a shock. Like people were kind of talking about it, but I didn't really believe until they just gave me that call and told me that he was gone. And I was like, I mean, at first you just think about it, but then you just have to find out ways to fix it and just move forward.
And what adjustments did you or any of your teammates decide to do? Because I've seen y'all been still playing good ball, with the lack of a little height and whatnot. Of course, you've ran into some adversity and whatnot. But what have y'all decided to try and do to put it together, to put the pieces together as best as possible with him being out the roster?
We had to move the cannon down some, so move him to the 5 and try to get him those looks that JT was getting.
Hmm.
We just trying to figure it out, stay together, and most importantly, to stay loyal to each other. At the end of the day, it's a
Yeah,
brotherhood.
that's a bit. That's a bit. Well, hey man, let's move on to get off of get off of the urban talk a little bit. Let's talk about you and your recruitment, man. What's making you a hidden gem right now? Who's showing you interest? What offers have you gotten, if any, and who's showing interest in you right now?
I haven't gotten any offers yet, but there's a good amount of schools showing interest, like a lot of coaches follow me on Twitter, like the assistant coach from Texas A&M, OU. I just got off the phone with an assistant coach from Portland State.
Okay.
Um, some coaches from La Tech, Louisiana Tech.
Okay.
And that's just a few of them.
All right. All right. Let me ask you this, during your recruitment or whatnot, is there anything in particular do you want to stay close to home, or does it matter to you, or what things are heavy upon determining whether or not where you want to go?
I mean, preferably I would want to stay close to home, but I mean, wherever the best fit is for me, that's where I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter how far it is away. If I feel that they really, really want me, I'm gonna go.
All right. What type of system? Not necessarily. Well, let me correct that. What type of what type of school are you looking to play for? You know what I'm saying? Like you told me about what Urban requires of you and whatnot. What are you requiring from a school as far as culture and whatnot? What type of culture do you want to go into?
A culture similar to Urban where it's majority defense based and just playing fast really and staying out of a lot of plays and running sets and stuff, just getting up and down, playing fast.
Now tell me this: do you feel that you do well within sets, within offensive sets?
Yes, sir. I feel like I do well because I know how to move off the ball. A lot of people don't do that.
Okay. Okay. Tell me this: what would you consider yourself, a point or a two guard,
Mm,
or a combo guard? You could be a combo.
Yeah, I
If
would probably say a combo.
if you say combo, then which one do you lean towards more for Urban?
For Urban, probably the one. The one.
All right. And what about over there at sock?
His sock is more the two.
More the two? Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's a bid, man. That's a bid. Well, answer me this. For the coaches and other people walking, what do you think are your three strongest skill sets that you have?
Um, Shooting is one of them. Speed is another one,
That is true.
and my passing because I get the ball up the floor. I feel like I pass pretty well.
That's good. So when you say passing, you're meaning decision making, or are you telling me you're a wizard with the ball like Steve Nash and those, like white chocolate? Which one?
No,
What is it?
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about decision making.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, okay. That's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. All right. Well, with those being your three strengths, what would you consider to be your three weaknesses?
Um, Sometimes I would say ball handling.
Okay.
Um, conditioning, because I am not in the best shape right now. Um,
It's good to be honest about that, though. I mean, you're working on it, though, correct?
yes, sir. I'm working on it, but yeah. And I would say charge taking because I really tried to take charges, but it's just like they don't hit. I don't know. They don't hit me.
They don't hit you hard enough.
They don't hit me like I try to take it and they just avoid me. I don't know.
Well, Keith, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not the smallest guy out there. I mean, I mean, I can see where some of these guys would probably see you step up and they try and Euro or travel around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I think they will probably be more inclined if maybe you were of K size. You know what I'm saying? Because Cade is a little lightweight. He's a little swimmer in frame. I'm just
sir.
saying, no knock. I'm just saying. So it would, you know, that it might be more enticing to see a smaller guy in front of you as you're driving hard. But definitely I get that. I get that. All right. So what would you say you bring to your AAU team? What do you bring day in, day out, practice and whatnot? What do you bring to Urban?
Toughness. I definitely bring toughness to the team. Defense, of course, I play hard nosed defense and energy. I like, especially in practice. Practice is where I go super hard at because when you go hard in practice, it makes the games easier. So in practice, everybody be telling me to slow down. I'm like, no, like y'all need to pick it up. Practice is where you go hard at.
I got you. I got you. And what about with your school team? What about with South Oak Cliff?
It's the same way, but I have more of a leadership role at SOC because, well, this year for sure I'm going to be the senior. And last year I still had that role, even though I was a younger junior. But at SOC, I bring the same thing: intensity, defense, and energy, all that.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. And that's good. I've seen it out there, man, during the school year. Definitely very vocal on court. Uh, that's why I had to ask. I know you said you're more of the two, but a lot of times I see you kind of commanding control of the pace and whatnot and setting up, especially in half courts. I see you a little more dominating the ball in half court setups. So that's why I had to ask because at times you appear to be the one over
Yes,
there
sir.
for the Golden Bears. You know what I'm saying? And tell me, what is it like playing at SOC? I know SOC has a good history of good players coming out of there. You know, when I was at Commerce, one of the players that came out at that time, he was a pretty big Michael Wynn.
Mhm.
I don't know if that name rings a bell, but yeah, he came to Commerce and played with us. But what is it like playing for Coach Mays and everything?
Um, it's intense. Coach Mays is a kind of old school, hard nosed coach, so it's intense. Practices are intense, and the culture is good because it'll be like he always has some of his old players come and talk to us, so they give us a lot of good information and advice. And that's a big thing to hear people that have been through what we've already been through to come talk to us about it. That means a lot.
Okay. Okay, that's always good, man. Tell me this, sometimes when I ask this question, it kind of gives people an idea of how they deal with adversity and how they're more or less willing to fight through tough times, moments where you don't necessarily have a hand to do what you want or need to do. How did you deal with COVID, with that COVID summer and that
The
COVID
co-
year? Be honest with you.
when COVID hit, it was just like I don't know, a switch turned on to me and I was just working. Like I would go in the garage and lift after lift, then I would just be outside on my basketball court every day, all day. I promise you, that was the only thing I would do.
That's good, man. That's good. Well, okay, okay. That's a bit, man. Um, Answer me this: why do you think you've ridden under the radar for this time period, even after several very good displays and performances at some of these showcases? Why is it that you think that you haven't been talked about as much as some of us would like?
I honestly feel like it's because I've been kind of injury prone. That's why I feel like because the summer that I got hurt last summer when I had surgery, I feel like if I would have had a good summer that last summer, I would be talked about a lot more. But yeah, that's the main reason my injuries. Just got to stay healthy.
And that makes sense, yeah, because last summer when everybody was making a name for themselves as far as like Keontae, um, Kaysen, Ryland, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Lee Dort, Shelby, you know what I'm saying? They made a way for a lot of the 2023s that now have names, whether they were playing with them or whether they were just in the same gym doing well. You know what I'm saying? When you come out there to see them play, you hear about the 16s and you want to venture off over there and see what they got. So I
Exactly.
definitely understand how the injury was a setback. That's what's up, man. Yeah. Well, tell me this. Tell me this. All right. Name one or two things that your coaches were getting on to you about at the beginning of either your high school season or your AAU season recently. And tell me how you turned that around and improved it.
Um, During the high school season, I know for sure a thing that they were getting on me about is shooting and scoring the ball because they had seen me shoot and score previously, but it was like I was in a new environment and I didn't want to like make any enemies, so I was being real passive. But my coach sat me down after one of those games and he was just like, "Look, this is probably the craziest thing that I've ever heard a coach say." He said, "We played. It was a day we played. I don't even remember who we played, but I had like 17 points." He was like, "KP, that's not enough." I said, "Coach, what you talking about?" He said, "I need you to walk off the floor with at least 25 to 30 every game." I was like, wow, Okay, well, that just showed me where my standards, where his standards were for me. So that just made me get in the gym more, put up more shots, be more efficient with my shot making.
Okay. And which coach was this though? Was this school ball or AAU?
Coach
Ah,
Mays, football.
I figured as much, man. I figured as much. That's what's up. Yeah. And what about AAU? What is it that that Coach Cardell or Coach Perkins have asked from you earlier in the season or prior to the summer season that you've made good on, that you turned around and turned into maybe more of a strength?
Being more vocal, and just taking that leader position, that leader role. Because I really, as much as I do talk on the court, I don't like to talk on the court. But I mean, in the position that I am, I kind of have to.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, okay, I get that. All right. Real quick, real quick. What are three things that you think coaches should know about you? College coaches, what three things do you think, or what three characteristics or whatnot do you think they would find most attractive about you as a player?
Um, One of those things would be how I am off of the court. Like my grades are good. There's no behavior issues.
Okay.
Um, just real out of the way. Don't cause anyone too much problems. Um, Another thing would be coachable. I'm coachable. I listen to what my coach says and do everything he asks me to do. So that's another thing. The last thing would be that I put defense first. Like I make the effort to play good defense.
And that's good, man. Because I've seen games, I've seen a few games where you get started slow, but
Mhm.
you get a couple of stops, couple of deflections, still maybe get to the line off of a drive or whatnot, and things start to pick up pretty quick. So I like that. I definitely like that about you as well, man. All right. Say for instance, you were to get a scholarship, which I'm sure you will, but that's that's in due time, right? But what do you plan on majoring in? Have you thought about it actually? Have you thought about what you're going to do in school or afterwards? Because I mean, some people think, there are plenty of kids that think, hey, I'm going pro overseas, NBA, whatever. But for some, they want to have a strong college career, especially with the fact that a lot more recruits, a lot more draft picks are coming out as older, with the exception of like a lot of overseas players, and those, of course, those 5-star should be's. You know what I mean? Um, what is it that you really want to pursue in school? Say, for instance, something doesn't happen and you don't continue your basketball career.
Um, I've always wanted to do, like since I was little, my dream goal was to be a veterinarian and work with animals. But since I've gotten older, I've kind of like lost the passion for that a little bit. But another thing I wanted to do is real estate. I always wanted to get into real estate.
Okay, okay, okay. So you went from Dr. Doolittle
Mhm.
to the house salesman. All right, I got you. I got you,
Yeah.
man. What is it about real estate that interests you? I mean, of course, I know there's a lot of money to be made, but outside of that, what else? Is there anything else that interests you?
I like the fact that I could start so young. Like soon as I turn 18, I could start getting into real estate.
Okay.
And also, I just like the process of flipping houses, like just transforming a house into something that I would actually like and like to sell.
Okay, so you more or less. So which one is stronger? Do you want to flip the house, like be able to buy houses and recreate them or rebuild them and sell them, or do you want to just sell like brand new house? Because there's some people that get a real estate license and they just sell brand new built houses, and then there are flippers, which you expressed a second ago.
Mhm.
Do you want to buy and flip, or do you more so want to just sell the houses?
I would probably want to just sell the houses, flipping the cop, flip,
You don't want to
flip.
have to. You don't want to have to do that work, that dirty
Yeah,
work, of having to break down and rebuild, huh?
yes, sir. Yeah, probably just sell 'em.
I get it, man. Hey, no need, no need. All right. Tell me something. What are three bad habits you got outside of basketball, man? Three things
Um,
your parents complain about, your coaches, whoever. Three bad habits. Tell me, man. Let's
a
hear it.
bad habit is procrastination. I procrastinate a lot. Uh, like, yeah, I procrastinate a lot. Um, Nothing. Something my mom gets on me about is like schoolwork because I don't like. I do it. Of course, I do it. Like, if it's just hard to explain. Like, I get the work and then I just put it. I just put it off. I just go to. And she gets on me a lot about like, cause there'll be places I'm supposed to be and I'll be in the gym, or I'm supposed to be. I literally put anything off to go to the gym, like important stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you procrastinate. So you procrastinate on one end, and then the other half is that you put the gym first.
yes, sir.
So you're a gym rat.
Yes, absolutely.
Man, all right, all right, all right. But it hasn't slowed down your grades, though.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, okay. What's your GPA right now?
It was a 3.9.
Oh, well, see, if you finish it strong, then you can't be going wrong. But I tell you what, definitely need to go ahead and get the important stuff out the way. All right, early.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. And what's the third thing, man? What's the third thing? Procrastination, putting basketball first, and then what?
Recovery. That's a bad habit because sometimes I don't like my mom. She tries to make she really stresses about me taking care of my body, and it'll be just sometimes I don't feel like going up and getting ice, take an ice bath, or doing my stretches and stuff like that. I just sometimes get lazy when it comes to recovery.
My boy, that is not good, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, you need to stretch at least once or twice a day. I say twice because I know you need to stretch before an activity,
Mhm.
and you probably need to stretch before or after you go to bed, or before you go to bed, or after you wake up and whatnot. Definitely after you wake up, because I'm big on that, man. I picked up yoga in college,
Mhm.
and at this gym that I used to work for, Lifetime Fitness. And man, trust me, nobody really understand. Well, a lot of people don't understand how much your athleticism will increase the more flexible you become. All right, the fluidity of motion, the fluidity of movement is also what helps with a lot of your ability to stay athletic. There's a
Yes.
reason why the ones that run like robots, the stiff bodies, they don't go fast anywhere. There's a reason for that. All right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely need to take care of yourself. If those are your three bad habits, those aren't three bad habits that most people would be afraid of having. So, minus the last one. You definitely need to take care of that. But the other ones, okay, I got you. I got you, man. All right. All right. What are a couple of goofy things that you do,
Um,
regularly?
Regularly, I'm always just laughing. Like I'm just always laughing, especially like in serious moments. I don't know why I just start laughing all the time. I don't know, but and then I like to like joke around. Me and my friends, we just be playing around, laughing. I don't know. That's just some goofy things. Um, I also like goofy is like I like scaring people. So like when people walk through the house, I turn the lights on, just pop up, scare them, stuff like that.
Oh, Lord, man. So who has been the funniest moment that you've scared them
My
and they
sister, most
reaction?
definitely. My sister, my sister.
How did she react? Let me hear this. What was the funniest moment that you did to her?
Um, well, the funniest moment, I didn't even do it to her. My mom, my mom did. So she came home one day, and I don't know what made my mom do this, but she just went. My mama, she put on a mask and she put on all black, and she went outside with a knife. And my sister, my sister, my sister, she pulled up to the house, and I guess my mom was hiding behind the mailbox or something. And then my sister walked by the mailbox, and my mama just said, she had her phone out. She was like, "Give me all your money!" And my sister started screaming like it was, I don't know. My sister started screaming.
Oh,
It was funny.
oh man. That sounds like a good moment. That's funny though. And your mama, it's not just you. It's the whole family. Y'all
Yes, sir.
all enjoy a little fun. That's good, man. That's good though. All right, tell me this: who's been your biggest inspiration? All right. Better yet, give me your two biggest inspirations. One, give me a inspiration in life, and then one off court and on court. How about that?
Mm, I say on the court would be my mom, because all the stuff that she does for me, all the sacrifices that she makes for me. So that's one person that inspires me.
Okay.
Hmm. Second person, I'm not gonna lie. The second person I just look up to is Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Just seeing him come from an area that I stay in, and making it, doing it exactly how I want to do it. So that's a person I look up to as well.
Okay, that's a bit, man. Yeah, he's from South Garland. That's where I'm from. Well, I'm from Dallas, but I always went to schools out in Garland. So, we were part of Garland High School, the Owls. Unfortunately, he came from that treacherous area, South Garland, the Colonels. But yeah, definitely a hometown favorite, a local hero, especially the quickness in which he arose. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I mean, who knew that at one point he was looking like he was going to be on the bench? Stop the recording. I didn't mean to do that. But who knew that he would go from basically on the bench and due to an injury and a trade, now looking at it, now he's a starter.
Hmm.
And not just a starter. I mean, a starter with a strong effect on the teams on the teams man, I don't know why I'm at a loss for words. Their success to a point where he's a major trading piece for anyone that wants to deal with Philadelphia. That's crazy, right?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. I mean, I definitely see it, and yeah, definitely being able to relate to him being so close and have made making it is definitely a plus, man. That's what's up. All right. Tell me who are your three top players in the NBA. All right. Tell me who they are and why. I'm curious.
Well, Tyrese is one of them, and yeah,
Okay.
you know why him. Another one is my favorite player in the league right now is Jason Tatum. I just like how he is young and he's basically just dominating the league right now. And my favorite, LeBron, is just LeBron. I've always looked up to LeBron growing up. LeBron has always been the GOAT of our era. So,
I love that. I thank you, man. And I thank you, you know, definitely for saying the goat of your era. I don't like having the debates of the greatest of all time, period. It definitely is based on when you're coming up and what generation of basketball they played in. So I appreciate that. And I respect your answer. LeBron is a great player. Definitely on my top four, top five list, honestly. Right now, I think he's top three in the NBA, even at his age and whatnot. So, I respect that list. That's good. I give you that, man. All right. Tell me this though. Who would you say you would compare your game to the most? What two players? Give me two players. Who would you say your
defensive,
game is comparable to?
defensively, I want to say Davion Mitchell coming out of Baylor. He played for the
Sacramento.
Kings.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I say defensively, I play. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Offensively, hmm, I'm not really sure. Facilitator, maybe
Mhm.
Devin Booker, or I'm not really sure offensively, but defensively, Davion Mitchell.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we could probably even say Davion offensively at Baylor. I
Yes,
do
sir.
see a lot of parallels in that as well. So yeah, okay, I got you. I got you. All right. And another just random question. Hey, what are your three favorite shoes to wear? Three shoes.
Shoes.
Three favorite shoes of all time. Of all time.
Jordan 11s,
All right.
Jordan 12s.
All right.
um, let's see. And, um, probably like any type of hooping shoe, especially Nike hooping shoes.
Any type. No, you got to give me something different than that. Come on, Keith. Give me
Oh,
something specific. Jordan
Nike?
11s, Jordan 12s, and oh, so the Jordans weren't hooping shoes.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Give me your favorite pair of hooping shoes that you can recall right now.
Oh, KD8s. KD8s.
KDAs. All right. All right. You like them?
Is it?
Okay. You must have a more narrow foot with a you have a narrow flat foot.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because KD's foot is definitely narrow and flat. That's how they make his shoes. Okay. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what, real quick, since we're coming to an end to this and whatnot, got a few personal questions, and then we're gonna run through a speed round of questions. All right. Just some give them a little more background, a little fun and whatnot. All right. So here's the first question. What is your favorite pastime other than basketball?
Favorite like thing to do off the court?
Yeah.
To spend quality time with the people that I love, my friends, family. Um,
Favorite place that you want to go or that you like to go?
favorite, I can't say the gym.
Yeah. I'll let you get it. All right, all right, all right, all right. Who are your top three music artists?
No Cap is my favorite. It's a rapper named No Cap. He's
Oh,
number
okay. You
one.
had me going for a second. All right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had to explain
Lie to me.
it.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, his name is No Cap. Another artist would be Rallo Rodriguez. He's
Okay.
another rapper. And the last one would probably be, he's an R&B singer. His name is Brent Fayez.
What is it?
Brent Fayez.
Okay, okay. Might have to take a look at that. All right.
He's a,
R&B I can deal with. Y'all's generation of rap. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough. Especially if
yeah.
they local. If they out of the D, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. What has this season of AAU taught you that you didn't already know about yourself? Both
but
basketball wise and becoming a young man, the realization of everything else evolving around you.
um, about myself, I would say how how I overcome adversity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing about myself. Becoming a man, I just see like all the people that left us. I feel like loyalty is just these days is not even it's nothing, honestly. We had
Well,
some people.
touching on that, let me ask you this. Touching on that, let me just ask you, because I'm always curious. Does it's kind of a rough question, and it just varies. But is it a lack of loyalty if you're still showing love but looking out for yourself at the same time? If you get a real opportunity to shine away from those that you came up with, is it really a lack of loyalty?
Mm, nah, it's not a lack of loyalty. If that's the case, but for everybody that left, it wasn't the case. That wasn't the case for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. Not everybody found a great fit. I
Yeah.
know a couple did, but I know not everybody. So I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. And I know your use of the word loyalty is not to say that they're not loyal necessarily, but just to say, to stick around, especially at a time when y'all were doing good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all were definitely making a name for yourself. So I get that. What's your favorite subject in school, man?
Reading English is it just comes easy to me for some reason. I don't know.
All right, all right. You like writing or you like reading?
I like reading. I do not
Okay.
like writing. My handwriting is terrible.
All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron? I don't even have to ask.
Kobe.
Hey, what? All right.
Kobe is my favorite player of all time.
All right.
Kobe
All
is
right.
the best to me.
Tell me this. Why have I not seen you hooping any Kobe's?
Cause it's just like I'm gonna be honest. I would have bought some Kobe's a long time ago if cause I haven't played on any Nike team. My school team, when I was at Cedar Hill, they were Under Armour, and then I came to Sock, they're Adidas. And Urban, my AU team, they're Adidas. So it just was like it wouldn't make sense for me to buy them because I wouldn't be able to play them.
Oh, so you would only buy them to play in them if you were in a tournament. But what about like just regular gym going?
I feel like Kobe's are just
saying, you told me you had them J's, you had them 11s and them 12s. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got some Concords, right?
yes,
Yeah. So, I just had to ask, if you got them, I know, I had to ask because I see some kids just walking around sporting Kobe's as the off the court shoes. They take off their Adidas or whatever, and then they walk around in Kobe's. They can't play in them. I've seen it, man. I promise you. Buff then put stuff out there where he was like, stop wearing Adidas sweats and Jordan shoes. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
You see it all the time. You see it all the time. So yeah, no, that's what's up. All right, so Kobe. All right, Shaq, Olajuwon, or Tim Duncan?
I'm gonna say Shaq because he was the most dominant to me. I feel like his mindset and how big he would just kill those other two.
Got you. All right, Ray Allen, Steph Curry, or JJ Redick?
Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry for sure.
All right. Steve Nash, Jason Williams, Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Rajon Rondo, or Rafer Alston? Some people don't expect me to throw in that last one, Rafer. But so I got Steve Nash, Jason Williams, Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Rafer, or Rajon passing the ball.
Magic.
But that's what they did.
I'm gonna go with Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Why is that? Just curious.
For one, I people don't usually watch like old people, but I used to watch Magic Johnson highlights. So I actually seen how he can pass the ball, and he was a huge, like he was 6'8", 6'9" point guard. So it's just like out of them, I would pick Magic Johnson.
Okay, all right. Can't knock you for that. They're all good in their own right, in their own era.
Mhm.
All right, tell me this: Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Dirk, Charles Barkley, or Karl Malone? And I put them all in there because they all got individual strengths that you would like in a power forward, but at the same time, they're all somewhat different. So we got Kevin Garnett. Let me say that: KG, Tim Duncan, Charles Barkley, the mailman, Karl Malone, or Dirk?
People probably wouldn't expect me to say this, but I'm gonna go with Dirk.
Oh man. You must be Dallas till you die.
I am. Most definitely.
Gotta be. All right.
I gotta go with Dirk.
All right, and here's the last one, man. All right. I don't know if you know these people, but I gave you this one ahead of time because I wanted you to take a little time and look these people up. All right. You got Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
You got Vlade Divac. All right. You got Arvydas Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
You got Lamar Odom. And Bill Walton. Who you choosing?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the second name that you called.
Divac?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Should have looked him up. He was actually pretty darn good. Played with the Lakers, played with the Kings. I mean, he was just like the rest of them. He was a very good passing big. Very good. But his name doesn't ring bells, but he was definitely known. So I get it. All right. You can go look him up later, but okay. So out of Jokic, Sabonis, Odom, and Walton, who are you going with?
The Joker.
Going with the joke. All right.
Mhm.
Why? Why? Answer me why. Why?
Because I feel like he's like more of a modern day, like today, big. He could pass. He shoots the ball like the bigs that shoot the ball. I don't know. That just I like playing with bigs that can shoot the ball.
All right. I tell you what, man. All right. Now I can give you that and I can strike off Walton for the most part. I know Walton could shoot a little, but wasn't known as a shooter. But I need you, man. I need you to go look up Odom. I need you to go look up Sabonis, and I need you to go back and look up Debus. All right.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
need you to look them up because when you say shoot, man, Lamar Odom, you know what his nickname was, man?
What?
The goods.
Uh,
The goods. So yeah, all right. And here we go with the speed round questions. All right, my man. We're gonna do this. All right. Here we go. Man or zone?
man,
Drive or pull up?
drop,
Defense or offense?
defense,
Pre-game ritual or post-game ritual?
pregame,
AAU season or school season?
school season.
All right. All right, man. All right. All right. That's a bit, man. Well, man, hey, look, at this time, that's really all I got for you, man. You know, definitely gonna keep my eye on you.
Yeah,
Definitely see you as a hidden gem, man. Just keep playing hard. Stay true to who you are and who Urban has made you. And man, hey, your time's coming. Like you said, you putting you displaying a lot for a lot of people to see, you know. And I have no doubt that this is going to be your summer. Your name's going to start popping into a lot of conversations, even more so. So just keep up the hard work, and definitely we're going to keep reporting on you. Don't be surprised if I call you back for another interview, man.
yes, sir.
Already, my boy. All right, my man. It's been
Thank you.
a blessing. I appreciate you for taking time out. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.